Hello, friends. Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey. Let's dive into the latest rumors around the Cowboys. We're once again back on Dak Prescott because that's the main thing out there. Will the deal get done? It is still 3 stars. I still think that's what's going to happen for the Dallas Cowboys. We bring it up today because Stephen Jones has once again said the Cowboys will sign Dak Prescott. Now, there hasn't been any real progress as of late, which does make sense. There was this thing called the draft that was kind of important. There's no rush for Dak to try and get his deal done because he has until July 15th to really press the Cowboys in terms of his leverage. And the Cowboys can wait as well. They're not going to go back and suddenly try and give up some of their leverage. So the true deadline for an extension in reality ends up being July 15th. That's the time frame for Dak Prescott and for the Dallas Cowboys. And this really won't go away for quite a while, I don't think. Now, here's what Stephen Jones said most recently. I think it was on 105.3 The Fan. Yes, it was. Dak is the quarterback of our franchise now and for many years to come. We got to get his contract. We got to get over that hurdle. But we'll do it. Ultimately, it'll get done, which is stuff that, Stephen and Jerry and the Cowboys have said for quite a while now. It is frustrating as the deal hasn't gotten done yet. But at this point, after the draft, you just be patient. There isn't going to be a real impetus to get things going until, frankly, maybe for another full month here. Now, the main issue between the two parties right now is the years involved. I think they're mostly on board with something that looks around $35-ish million per year. Pretty good guarantee money, which, of course, is super important there. But there is a difference between 4 years and 5 years. So I know that that's been the reported, it's a difference over years. But a difference over years is a difference in terms of the value involved. If you go with a longer deal, you can push that money off to until the later parts. You can play with the money a little bit more fluidly, I'll call it. You can save money in the short term. That's why the Cowboys want a longer term deal. So will the Cowboys get this deal done? Will they extend Dak Prescott? Y for yes, N for no. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. As I'm sure I'll do many times between now and July 15th, I'll make this the pinned comment of the video. That way, if you get the ad break here on YouTube, just scroll on down, type your votes. Y for yes, N for no. Let's talk trade a little bit here, because I like to talk trades. I think you guys do as well. How about trading for Haason Reddick? First off, someone, I forget who, tweeted this at me a while ago. I kind of liked it. I'm still going to give it 2 stars. Blog and the boys threw it out there as an idea more recently. I am intrigued by it. Now, this does kind of fit the Will McClay mold, a former early round pick who has been a bit of a bust in the end. The Cardinals declined Haason Reddick's 5th-year option, which, by the way, just so we're clear, 5th-year option doesn't mean cut. I know that it's weird to see a player had his option declined for a year. That's for next year. This year, he's still under contract with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, at Temple, he was kind of a pass rusher edge guy, moved to inside off-ball linebacker in the NFL, and he hasn't really lived up to expectations. A big reason why, despite decent tackle production, he's bad in coverage. So you're like, Tom, okay, why would you want to bring in somebody who can't cover at linebacker? It's 2020. You want someone who does that. Well, maybe you explore, and this is what Blog and the Boys and I forget who said it to me on Twitter. I'm so sorry. Suggested. What if you make him into a designated pass rusher? The Cowboys have expressed interest in having a DPR Sam linebacker role, which is linebacker who's just going to blitz. He's not going to drop into coverage very, very much. He's going to play that role. Think of, I see in the comments too, a Clay Matthews type of player. That's the role he'd play there. I think Reddick could fit that. I don't know what the asking price would be from Arizona. I don't think they want to give up on him quite yet. They'd hope for him to have a great breakout year. You could probably get someone like Clay Matthews cheaper, especially once you factor in the draft pick capital. But let me know in the comments who you want the Cowboys to trade for. I assume I'll see a lot of Jamal Adams is in there. So if you don't go with Jamal Adams, I'll give you bonus points instead. If you can mention somebody other than the Jet safety who Cowboys fans have been pining after for, I guess we'll call it half a year, maybe a year, somewhere in that time frame. Next up, this one's kind of funny. Do the Cowboys have a new helmet? No, I was a little surprised that people on Twitter had to be like, no, guys, this isn't the real helmet. And we'll get it up here in just a second for you guys. The Cowboys are going to stick with their current helmets. No changes. The Cowboys team shop did put this out, though, as a alternate little thing just to sell. I think it looks kind of cool. I kind of dig the helmet. It's obviously not one I would really want to wear a ton. I like the blue, Blue is my favorite color after all. But I'm intrigued by the helmet. I think it looks pretty cool in the end. I like the idea of it. Now, you guys, let me know if you like it. 1 for yes or 2 for no. I think it's cool, alternate kind of concept style. I don't think I'd want the Cowboys to wear it, though. I wouldn't mind owning this, though. So, with that in mind, if you want the helmet, head over to chatsports.com/CowboysHelmet. Get you guys all set up there. It's chatsports.com/CowboysHelmet. Fully alternate black helmet. Go check it out today. It's pretty cool. They got the full size and the mini helmets as well. Next up, Anthony Brown starting. I'm going to give this one 3 stars, and we'll spend some time on this because I think this is a very real possibility for the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm basing it on, I should say, what they've done. Now, Bleacher Report pegged him as a backup who could earn a starting job, which I don't agree with because Anthony Brown wasn't really a backup last year. Anthony Brown was a starter who only lost his job due to injury. Anthony Brown was the guy the Cowboys went with early in the year. Anthony Brown was the guy who was getting more playing time when he came back from his first injury, then got hurt again. So that's the key thing there for the Cowboys, is that he was a starter, and most importantly, they re-signed him. Now, Anthony Brown's a number 3 corner. Maybe he's average, a bit below average. He's not nearly as bad as some of you guys want to say. But the cornerback depth chart is very much unsettled right now. So that's how I guess, ranked them. I wouldn't read too much into it. Like, if Cheeto moves to safety, that alters everything. Maybe Trevon Diggs can be your number 1 in week 1 or week 2 or week 3. Maybe that allows Awuzie to go play more safety, and Brown is your number 2, and Lewis is nickel. Or maybe Darryl Worley or Reggie Robinson impress. It's all very unsettled. But in terms of figuring out the top 3, I think Anthony Brown's going to be one of those top 3 guys for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, with that in mind, I think we're all in agreement here. Don't forget to free Jordan. I still want Jordan Lewis as the Cowboys nickel corner. I think he plays that role well. Is he perfect? No, of course not. I would prefer Jordan Lewis to get more reps, but the Cowboys, they re-signed Anthony Brown, and the way his contract is structured, he's making this team this year. He'll be involved. So I see mostly JL's coming in. I agree. I am not convinced the Cowboys, though, are in agreement. Let's talk about needs. Okay, the Cowboys have done a good job in the offseason, relatively speaking, because they had so many key players that they were going to lose. Is tight end the top need left? I'll give this one 2 stars. I don't necessarily fully agree with it, but I get where they're coming from. This is originally from ESPN. Dallas Morning News also mentioned tight end being an area. I feel comfortable with Blake Jarwin as the starter. That's the key thing to me. And I think that's the important thing to me, that I like Jarwin. I'm ready to see him have a breakout year. The depth and tight end 2 role is very much uncertain. Now, I think almost a positive thing here, you shouldn't use as many 2 tight end sets because you're going to put Zeke Elliott out there, right? You're going to put Amari Cooper. You're going to put Michael Gallup. I would rather have CeeDee Lamb on the field over Dalton Schultz like in almost every single scenario. I only need 1 tight end on the field. I don't want to bunch up and go heavy sets. I prefer to spread things out, utilize Dak legs, utilize Zeke, use the spacing to your advantage. So in terms of offense, I think tight end does make sense, though, just because of if Dalton Schultz or if Blake Jarwin gets hurt, I'm a little bit concerned. Swing tackle, it ain't Cam Irving, I'll tell you that much right now. Maybe it's Brandon Knight. I still think defensive end with the uncertainty around Randy Gregory and Alden Smith also makes sense, but I do want to hear from you guys. What is the Cowboys' biggest tight end, or biggest need, I should say, left? This is the part of the show where I get angry. Quarterback controversy. No, stop it. I am tired of this. We do this for almost a week now, guys. A week of this ridiculousness. Andy Dalton comes out yesterday and says, yeah, I'm the backup. NJ.com's headline. Do the Cowboys have a quarterback controversy with Dak Prescott, Andy Dalton, citing Dalton's quote of saying, I think I'm a starter? Blows my mind how we keep doing this. The Cowboys have said Andy Dalton's the backup. Dalton himself has said that he's the backup. The leaked sources have said Dalton is the backup. Everybody with half a brain is fully aware that Andy Dalton is the backup, but because we're going to make a big deal out of, Cowboys making moves, we're going to try and take what was a very great signing by the Cowboys to get a competent backup into, well, maybe there's a controversy now. Here was Dalton's full quote, just so we're clear. Dak has played really well. I knew the situation coming into it. Dak is the starter on this team. How we don't understand this, I'll never understand. Besides the point, if for some reason he was to go down, I will be able to step in and help this team. That's exactly what you want out of your backup quarterback. It's not that hard. Frankly, it's actually pretty darn weird to me that a bigger huff was made over, well, maybe Dalton can replace Dak Prescott, than the Eagles drafting Jalen Hurts in round 2 to replace Carson Wentz, because Hurts was a second-round pick. That's a bigger investment by far than what the Cowboys have chosen to make with Andy Dalton. It doesn't make sense to me. I am over it. I pray, and I mean I pray, this is the last time we hear about it in the end. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.